Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle. We have no idea the challenges that other people are encountering in their life at this moment, and that's especially true now in light of so many people being unemployed or underemployed or doing without or struggling with estranged from families. And I don't mean estranged from families because of uh, arguments. I'm talking about they're not able to be with their family. Situations have them distanced, maybe not estranged, but they're distanced from their family because they can't go be with them. And so there are all these battles. So one of this is just be kind, because you have no idea the battle another person's fighting. uh, uh, there is no such thing as a small act of kindness. I mean, there is no such thing as a small act of kindness. And the other thing that I just find so extraordinary about kindness, kindness costs us nothing, nothing to share, nothing to give. And kindness pays enormous dividends. We talked about waves and ripples. Kindness, you can start a tsunami of kindness because you have no idea the kind act that you extend, how that may inspire that person to extend an act of kindness, another act of kindness. And all of a sudden, there are these ripple effects ranging far and wide from what was a single act of kindness or a simple act of kindness. There's another quotation that I've seen lately that I love. In a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind. This choose to be kind. Kindness is just such a beautiful attribute, and it really, it's just amazing how a small act of kindness has such a huge impact. So Debbie, I'm wondering, I'm thinking there's probably a story of kindness that's sparked in your heart or mind as I'm talking about this. Is there?
There actually is, and it actually illustrates why kindness is so extraordinary when it really shouldn't be, because it's a simple thing we all can do. But I don't know if you remember, and I don't know if it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago, but many years ago, and I think it was Oprah Winfrey started the Random Acts of
Mm.
Kindness movement. I think it was her. And it became this huge movement, which was an amazing thing, but in a sense kind of a sad thing that encouraging people to be kind had to become a movement in order to get people to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're right, again, like everything we're talking about in this course, it is a simple thing, but it's so often not done. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you talk about the fact that we're so divided these days, and there's this hierarchy and there's a judgment that goes along with that. And when you're feeling judgmental about somebody, you're not going to say kind things or do kind things for them. And it's sad. And I think if we can all endeavor to be more extraordinary in our lives by simply being kind to people. It's a quote, and I don't know the exact words, but it's something that I heard years ago, and I tell my kids this a lot and I remind myself of it. But when somebody says something or does something, it says a whole lot more about them than it does about you. We tend to take it personally as a judgment of us,
Okay.
but we don't know what's going on in their life that precipitated that activity, that whatever they did to you, right? Or
Mm.
said to you. Like the person that we were talking about, the one out of the 100 that leaves the negative feedback on your workshop, it's probably more reflection of them than it
Mm.
was of the workshop. Now, if you got 99 negative comments back on your workshop, it's probably more a reflection of you. But when it's that out of balance, it usually
Yeah.
says something, that person's having a bad day, or that person has that negative outlook and they're always looking for something to
Mm.
complain about. So I think, to me, kindness
Mm.
is really remembering that you don't know what's going on inside anybody's life, and having some compassion for that, and being kind. I think the hardest time to be kind is when someone is not kind to you, and trying
Absolutely.